Hey, what's going on YouTube? Alabama Reloader here. So coming to you today, I'm gonna do my best because my wife told me to act like she's not even here, and it's very hard for me to do because right now I just wanna laugh thinking about the fact that she's probably thinking how goofy this is that I do this kind of stuff, but it's all good. So I wanted to show you guys the finished product. I posted a video about a month ago of me dropping off the 2 bucks that I killed last season to a new taxidermist who I'd never used before, but my buddy had used him for a European mount and he was really impressed by it, and I got to see it firsthand, and I was also impressed by the quality of the European mount that this taxidermist did. So and these are my 2 bucks from last season. So before anyone starts to comment about how in the world did it take a taxidermist a year to do European mounts, it didn't. What ended up happening was last season I killed an 8-point, which at the time when I killed it was the biggest buck I'd ever killed. And so when I dropped it off at Weaver's Meat Processing in Hartsville, Alabama, I told them, hey, I want you to cape it out because my plan is to do a shoulder mount on it. Well, literally a week or 2 later, I killed a 9-point, and it was bigger than the 8-point. So I was kind of in a little bit of a dilemma because they were already in the process of caping it out, so I couldn't change that. So I was like, well, I'll just cape out the 9, have them cape out the 9, I'll do a European mount on the 8, do a shoulder mount on the 9, and call it good. Well, shoulder mounts ain't cheap, so ended up, got both of those capes back from Weaver's and put both deer heads in my deep freezer, and that's where they sat for almost a year. Come around to this deer season, I needed to make space in the deep freezer just in case we killed anything, so I wanted to get those 2 done, and I ended up just settling on doing a European mount on both. Really thought about doing the shoulder mount, but again, when you're paying upwards of $600 for a shoulder mount, it's a little spendy. So I reached out to Shaddles and Sons Taxidermy over in Athens, Alabama, sent them a message on Facebook, and I was like, hey, got a couple deer heads. They've been in my deep freezer for a year, but I'd like to get a European mount done on them. And of course, Chase was super responsive and really easy to work with. He was like, yeah, man, just, bring them by whenever you're free. Ran them over there. I showed a video, posted a video about a month ago. You guys can go back and watch that, of me actually dropping them off. And now I want to show you guys the finished product. Before I do that, I want to show you, so this is what they look like when you take them to Weaver's and you're like, hey, give me some of that jalapeno cheddar summer sausage. That's what you get. So of course I've already cut it up, but so that's good stuff. But I want to show you a European mount just as a point of comparison. This is a Euro mount that I had done, I don't know, it's been a couple years now. This is the 8-point that I killed out in Bankhead. I was hunting with my brother, killed this with a 6.5 Creedmoor 140 grain Spirit gold dot. Yeah, 140 grain Spirit gold dot, about 80-yard shot. He didn't take another step. But, so this is the European mount that I had done. So, good looking European mount. I think if I remember right, I might have paid around 100 bucks for it. 75, 80, 100, something along those lines. But it's not bad at all. And that one sits in here in the living room. But check out what Chase over at Shaddles and Sons did. Look at these guys. Holy smokes. Look how awesome these mounts are. So this is the 8-point. So we'll go with this one first. This is the 8-point. This is the one that I shot first. Really nice. He offers up, which a lot of people do, they offer up the plaques, different, wood grains and stains and all this other stuff and different shapes. I'm sure he'd be happy to cut them into whatever shape that you'd like. I just went with a classic arrowhead on this one, and one of the unique features about taking it to Shaddles and Sons is he offers the lower jaw attachment as a kind of like an additional charge, but it is something that you can have done, which I don't know many taxidermists that do that. I've never heard of anyone actually offering that. So he was the first person that I knew, first taxidermist that I knew that would actually reattach the bottom jaw. So cleans it all off just like everything else and then reattaches it. And I mean, that looks really sweet, especially sitting there on this plaque. I mean, these mounts look incredible. Just the overall quality of the mounts. Now, he did say that because they've been sitting in a deep freezer for as long as they have, which was about a year, that he would have to, I think, boil them at a higher temp, trying to get all of the stuff off of the skulls. Once they sit in a deep freezer for a long time, it does just kind of make it a little more difficult to get everything off the skull, which he explained all that up front. And he was like, I just want you to know, it could cause issues if you got to go at a higher temp. And I was like, that's fine, do whatever you got to do. So no problem there. But these turned out incredible. I mean, these things just look, it's insane how awesome they look. This is the 9-point. I wanted to have him on the plaque that was shaped like the state of Alabama. So they just look awesome. I mean, absolutely top notch on the quality. Really, really good stuff. Super pumped about these. And of course, my wife is really excited to hang them up somewhere in this house. Right, babe? Oh yeah, super excited. She's so pumped. Now, these are probably gonna end up going into the room that I work in now, the office that I have, the little at-home office that I have. Probably gonna hang them up in there. But yeah, these are really, really nice. So shout out to those guys, Shaddles and Sons Taxidermy. Like I said, it's out in Athens, Alabama. If you guys are interested in any type of taxidermy work, I highly recommend Chase. He's done a great job, fantastic job on these Euro mounts. I mean, again, they just look awesome, especially with the lower jaw attached. I'm really digging the way that those turned out. First time I've ever had that done, but I think they look really good, especially on these plaques. So yeah, just get in touch with him. I know they're on Facebook. They have a Facebook page, so if you want to go check them out, shoot him a message. But he really, I'm pretty sure he can do just about any type of taxidermist work. If you want a shoulder mount done, he'd be more than happy to do that. But where he really specializes, or where he really shines, is on these European mounts. He takes it to another level when it comes to this, and he'll tell you straight up that's his specialty. That's what he really enjoys. He likes doing European mounts above other things. It's just what he really enjoys doing. So puts a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. Super high quality stuff. You can really tell he does a great job, very meticulous. So yeah, good stuff. I just wanted to show you guys a finished product. I know I posted that video about a month ago, but just wanted to bring the update to you guys, let you check it out and kind of give them a shout out for just the great work that they did. And yeah, we'll wrap it up. $2 from last year. Gonna be hanging on the wall now, which I did drop off. I did drop off my daughter's 5-point that she killed this season. It's the first deer she's ever killed. She killed a little 5-point, and then I killed a 6-point on public land, again out in Bankhead, killed a 6-point that I dropped off to him. I'm just gonna get a standard European mount done on that 6-point, so it's gonna be just like this one here. It's not gonna have the bottom jaw attached, and it won't have a plaque. It'll be similar to that 8-point. Went ahead and dropped those off. Now, one of the things that I do appreciate is he's gonna be able to sort of fix, I put that in quotes, air quotes, but fix the issue with my daughter's 5-point. I hadn't posted the video yet, but when I got my order back from Weaver's Meat Processing, when I got it back, they didn't save the head like they were supposed to. They just simply cut the antlers off her 5-point. And it said on the tag to save the head, and they apologized, and they did offer to do a antler mount on a plaque. They offered to do an antler mount for free, but I wanted to take it to Chase, give him the opportunity to see if he could come up with something, which he is. He's gonna solve that problem. He's gonna end up getting a fake a fake skull. There's a place that he orders from where he can, you know, different colors, different options. We're gonna go with a camo pattern. I think it's gonna look really, really nice. So he's saving the day on that one, and I really appreciate that. But that's it. That's where we're gonna leave it. So if you guys need any type of taxidermy work done, I can go ahead and tell you right now, this would be the place to take it to. Shadows and Sons Taxidermy, Athens, Alabama. All right, that's it. That's where we're gonna leave it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Y'all have a good one.